Hey, future people, wherever you're watching from, you're welcome to tonight's show. Um, it is one of those important show that we take time to to digest and analyze what have happened in these couple of days. Tonight I will be sure we'll start by saying things happening around Australia. How the COVID-19 update is going on. The Australian government have required that a lot of people get vaccinated before the country will fully function and people will have their freedom. So we are still in lockdown. Although some part of Australia, some part of countryside have been granted access to operate without much restriction, like we have in the city of Melbourne. So the city of Melbourne at the moment is still under restriction, and yet where daily people are getting confirmed positive with COVID-19. So we hope this pandemic will somehow have its days and leave people alone so that people can continue their daily bread or daily needs. It's hurtful when you find out that. Oh, thank you, Anike. Thank you for for waiting. Oh, hey, Biafra. Oh God. Anyway, so it's kind of very hurtful to see that years, about 2 years, that people couldn't be able to do their normal thing. As somebody who coach young children, I feel for them because any age they pass by, they cannot go back to that. So if you are playing under 12 and you are like 11 years old, you will not go back to your age again. You have to, go to the top one. So that's something I feel for the children. Adults, you can always play any age group. I hope as the government continue to work hard to make sure that we get vaccinated and the people go back to their normal life, our body will respond and people will stay positive to see that this come true. And it's not only Australia that is suffering from COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of countries too. But some countries also have find a way to deal with it and allow their citizens to have fun. Some countries like America, I think America is having allowing their citizens to do things, and countries like UK, because UK soccer is going on now. I can find that people go to watch Premier League and things like that. So which means things are going back. So considering the population of Australia, so the government is kind of trying to take time to make sure that they don't take the wrong decision and we don't have too many casualties on this pandemic time. So we'll keep on doing those things. Come to Nigerian society, there's a few programs going on in Nigerian society. Like with the nature of things, you cannot put your money on anything that it will come to fruitful. So you just find yourself. So you just find yourself doing one or two things. So we'll be hoping that things that people are planning come to fruitful because it's very hard to plan that way and the thing goes the way we plan it. The government is trying and people have to try too. So we try to keep healthy. Myself, I have not taken the COVID-19 injections. I have these a few days tried to get Pfizer vaccine. Luckily, I finally booked myself in. So in short time, I will let you guys know how I go. I'm somebody who is afraid of injections. So hopefully I can put up with that and get myself vaccinated. A lot of before tackle in Nigerian things. I hope each and everyone that has been following this show is feeling well, and I hope that your health stays healthy. Hope that you that started this year with joy, you continue to finish the year and the year ahead with joy. So I'll thank you guys. I always do. I'll come back to play my music, and I enjoy music so much. Same time I come to show before other guys will come and join me. I will play my music and hope we'll get in somewhere there. I'll be waiting for other of our fellow members if they have chance to join me, so we can. we can all have fun together. So, guys, if I tackle to Nigeria problem, the country is changing, the Australian country is changing, and I hope many people have been trying to travel outside the country. So you that are trying to travel outside Nigeria too, you probably experiencing delay from embassy and things like that because of the pandemic. So I pray and I hope that the pandemic will ease so that people can have the opportunity to travel wherever they want to go. It's very hard. All those that think of applying for visa for different countries, without this pandemic, the way the pandemic is going, it's very hard for people to do that. It's very hard for embassies to grant you those things. So it will be win-win if this pandemic will give way, even so that everybody will be able to migrate and have things go properly. So thank you everybody that are calling, and let's enjoy tonight's show. I make it happen. Please, if you're calling, you can actually help me share the show, and we can enjoy that together. Before we head into Nigerian show, let's keep this tight. As you know, I like to listen to my music, and let me go to my music tonight. Oh my God, my heater is getting warm. I have not played this before. I hope everybody's keeping well. If you watch this show now, later, whatever you watch, but I have your thoughts in my heart. Hope you keep well. So. I can't fuck like you're gonna too much money for my nigga. Too much money for my daddy. Anyway, guys, like I always like music. Music is one of those things that keep me happy. And yeah, good day, everybody that calling. And thank you guys for joining tonight's shows, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Guys, we have seen things that is happening around Nigeria these days. One thing is that many people don't understand what it is that that the government of the country have been doing to the people. Psychologically, the government of the country is actually killing the citizens. Because what the Nigerian government is doing is not helping people out. They are actually killing the citizen. Mentally, they are killing the citizen. I'll be shocked for anybody to get up and say Buhari is my mentor. So when people say somebody with such a leadership is my mentor, you begin to think their way of reasoning. You begin to think their capacity to reason, because what happened in this time around is such a big problem. We're starting with Governor Wike. Wike recently made a decree. He was so shocked. He was very shocked on the situation of Nigerian tax. I saw his profile, I saw what he said, and I was so shocked too. Because in a functioning country, things like that is handled in a way that everybody involved will have a chunk of it. So before this may appear, so everybody of it will have chunk of it. But what happened? This week he was so shocked about the way Nigerian tax is being shared. This week you understand that quite about $15 billion naira was raised in River State alone for the year. As the taxation they collected from River State for the year. Unfortunately to him, only 4 billion was given to the state out of 15 billion. So we are talking about almost 11 point something, about 15 billion something. We're talking about 11 point something billion was given to, I don't know, they can't give account of it. Then other states too, similar thing happens to other states, whereby some states read about 8 billion, they got only 2.5 billion. Some states read about 4 billion, they got 1 billion. At the end of the day, you begin to ask, why is this government behaving like this? Then the northern states, Kano, raised 2 billion naira. They received the same 2 billion naira back. Why is it that the oil-rich area, that's River State, Bayelsa State, we're not given the same privilege? The northern Nigeria have been in power since 1963. The country was created. They have been there. They were actually given a lot of privileges by the Western colonization, called himself UK, to operate freely and do whatever they want in Nigeria without no consequence. They have enjoyed privileges that nobody enjoys in Nigeria. They have, rule the country, rule the country. You know, no tribe in the country have ruled Nigeria the way the northern part of Nigeria have had the opportunity to do. But yet, they cannot stand. Yet, poverty is still one of the problem they have here. But yet, they cannot do anything tangible with that. They always come out to rule, come out to rule, come out to rule. But yet, their people are begging on the streets every time. You know, recently, I'll tell you, recently you find that Airpeace Airline, who happen to come from the eastern side of the country, Airpeace Airline actually took Nigerian players to one of these countries to play African Cup of Nations. He donated to them. He told them, when you guys win, I'm going to give you guys 20 million. Do you know the history of Dangote? Dangote, one of the richest man in Africa, which is from the north side, Nigeria, have never done such a gesture before. And that wasn't the first time Airpeace is doing such a thing. You begin to ask yourself, why is it the northern Nigerians are so evil? I would say evil because whatever they are doing is not to develop their people. What they are doing is to keep their people under poverty, so that their life will continue to be, miserable. Looking at, what Wike was saying. Wike was saying, now I have seen the road that these people have been cheating us. It's just like similar thing you had the Biafra people saying that, we are not getting fair share. How come that we have been industrious people in this nation? We are really the people that's going to have the one Nigeria in our heart, because mostly the major ethnic group in Biafra, which happen to be the Igbos, anywhere you go in Nigeria today, if you can't find an Igbo man's shop, Igbo man's house, do you know that place doesn't exist in Nigeria? Even in your village, people actually went to the extent and say that if you talk about any village, Igbo man will be running shoulder to shoulder with the indigenous of that village, because they are there to invest. They believe that wherever you are, you invest and do great things for the people you are benefiting from. It's not that you take and go. If you look at your village today, if you count the richest guy there, after the if not possible the Igbos, then you count your people, or you count the person from their area, then you count Igbos. But when you go to Igbo land, you don't see people do that. People doesn't come to Igbo land to invest. I don't know one thing or the other. You can't tell me that Igbo land sell house very expensive that you cannot come to Igbo land to invest, because somebody like Dangote can buy a land in Igbo land. Somebody like Tinubu can buy a land in Igbo land. A lot of rich guys outside, that is not affiliated with Igbo tribe that can buy a land in Igbo land. But these people did not buy anything in Igbo land. Then go to Abuja, find that many of the rich Igbo guys, they own property in that area. Go to Kano, go to Jos. For some of the property they own, you guys, other tribes have to steal, maybe poison them, kill them, or do one or two things to chase them away in order to acquire their property. And as who owns from Nigeria, you begin to think about this. It's something that we all have to go back and begin to reason. Why is it like this? How can oil producing nation, oil producing country, oil producing states are not benefiting from this thing? I went to Qatar. I've spent so many times in Arab nation, or maybe you say the Islamic nation. I want to see the difference between, how we practice this Islam and how we practice the one in Nigeria. I find that the religion to African is a strange thing, because they practice differently. A lot of things I can tell you today, even the way the Muslims have to wash like 30 times, so they carry butter, go around to wash. You don't see that in many Islamic nations. I think, I don't know who constructed that. Anyway, before I continue, let me welcome one of our own. Let me welcome Coach Prince. Hey, Coach Prince, you're welcome.
Yeah, good evening, bro.
Yeah, even my brother, how are you?
I'm good. How's your side?
My brother, we just been lucky that my own area is kind of we experienced a bit restriction our restriction been lifted these few days, so we are enjoying right from yesterday. I think that on yesterday, but the Melbourne City is still, and people are still there crying. So we hope a lot of people get vaccinated. Probably they will allow us to move around. And
Yeah.
I've just booked to get vaccinated. Maybe next 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. October time. I'm hopeful.
Okay.
So yeah. So how you been?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Mm.
Though we have been outside since morning. I just arrived home now.
Mm-hmm.
Though it's a little bit because we had a kind of pantry, church pantry. So
Oh,
yeah, so we've been outside since morning. I just even arrived home now. I didn't rest at all. I left home since it says 7:30 this morning.
ooh,
Yeah.
wow. So I hope you guys got something. And Asia have a lot of good food. So I
Yeah,
hope you guys have some nice food there for you to eat.
yeah,
They
it's
like all
good.
these vegetables in Asia.
Yeah, they have a lot. They have a lot of it.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing I miss when we're in Vietnam those days. I normally like to go and eat all this the food in
And they,
Vietnam, like all
yeah, they are four ball
yeah,
Vietnamese.
yeah. I like to go to the street and have those things like that thing. They wanted to. They even want to kick me out because of that thing. I know I still remain there. Say no, I'll go. I'm going to continue to eat that food. That food is
Even yeah,
so
even the
yummy.
last time when I went to Vietnam, the last time
Mm.
I visited Vietnam, also we have to go back to Bovin because it's
Oh, really?
yeah, they're always there.
Mm.
They never change.
Oh man, I hope I can visit that place one day. Yeah,
Mm.
there's one woman, Mama Sem said. That Mama Sem said, who knows if she's still alive or something. It would be nice to talk to Mama Sem Sem. She's been a very great woman to me. Then that time nothing, people doesn't have anything. She would always like to support people, and give people something. So that
Yeah.
is a good thing from her. Anyway, bro, like today we comes, have been a very tough one in the whole country. Nigeria is in crisis. I don't know. CNN record Nigeria will not last beyond 2023 because of the problem in that country. But still, we begin to question. You know, next thing we can just find out that River State generates almost $15 billion, a billion naira a year for tax, but they get 4 billion back. 11 billion enter water. Other states that generate about 8 million, they get maybe 2 million or 3 million. Then Kano generates 2 million, they get 2 million. So this weekend was saying that it's not fair. If you get, in fact, he made a statement again. He told the North that if you guys think that you get the number to vote, then that number should equally turn to economic power, not to vote only. You should use that number also to push your economy up. Not you say you got number for your voting and you don't got number to make money. So,
Hmm.
so what do you think? What do you think about Nigeria? Have you given a thought with that?
Actually, I must be very honest with you because I've seen
Mm,
a lot of things that are happening, so I didn't put much interest anymore in politics in
mm,
Nigeria because I know what is going on, and I know uh,
mm,
no matter what we said or do, the government will always have their way, and
mm,
they will always do things the way they want to do it. So that's
mm,
why uh, I'm not putting too much interest in all those things. Yeah, I saw. I think I saw chief diplomat. He posted something like that. I saw it
mm.
in his post. He posted something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
So, but to me, I already knew that uh, the Northerners, they are only they are only numbers when you talk about voting or counting. So they have
mm,
the numbers. But now, when you talk of generating uh, income or things in Nigeria, they are not part of it. They are not part of it. So, and that is why people are saying Nigeria should they should know that Nigeria should part ways or something like that. They should split Nigeria. But uh, we know one thing people do forget is that right at this moment, power is in the north. So when power is with you, automatically you will favor your people. That is just the truth of it. So uh, you don't expect things to be equal. That is
I
just
think when you say automatically you favor your people, I think that's just in African setting.
of course. No,
Because
we are talking about Nigeria. We are not talking about the Western world because we know the
yeah,
Western world. They respect democracy and they know what it means and they respect the people. If you see what is happening in Nigeria these days, you find out that what is happening in Nigeria it doesn't happen in other countries, especially the
no,
West.
no.
So
I tell you, my prime minister here, I don't even know his ethnic. I don't know if he's Greek, if he's Dutch, if it is Scotland or whatever it is. I don't know. I just know him. He's a prime minister. That's all I know.
yeah, so that's it. It's like I could remember last time when Donald Trump was giving his speech, he made mention of, oh, this is how much I'm earning. This is my salary. And my salary, I'm not even getting it. We give it to the people to help the people and all the rest of them. But things like that can never happen in Nigeria. Not even in Africa in general. Things like that doesn't happen. That's why I said earlier that
Money never do African man. You keep going.
so it's obvious that in our country uh, the president or whatever will always favor their own people. I could remember during the term of President Goodluck Jonathan, a lot of Nimasa guys went abroad, but all these things doesn't happen to Owerri people. It doesn't happen to they don't give those privileges to our people. They have free scholarships. They went abroad. Some of them we are studying in Turkey, in most countries, and they were being paid. Some of them are earning $500. Some of them are
Yeah.
earning $700. Some are earning $400. You see, but if you don't see any Igbo man, while our own Igbo people, their own parents are the ones sending their kids to some of those countries for them to study and they are paying the school fees. So, and you don't see Hausa man at that particular point in time also have free access like that. So that is how Africa is being run. That is how Nigeria is being run. So it's not Buhari is not the first person that did it. So he's not the first person that did it. Though it's very, very unfair. It is very, very unfair. Nobody will accept that. Nobody will accept that. But the truth of the whole matter is the government is corrupt. All the ministers, the governors, and all the rest, they're all corrupt. Because even the money that was given to them, what did they do with it? Nothing. They all
Nothing
spent
there.
our money. They stole our money. They stole our money. They send it abroad. They send their kids abroad and everything. So Wike himself, why are they complaining? All the money given to them, what did they do with it? Nothing. So the corruption is from the top. So when the corruption is from the top, automatically everybody in that country, especially in the government sector, they're all corrupt. So we know that. And no amount of cry or anything that people will do will change it. That's just the truth.
Yeah, but the North have hold power all these years. Still, the North is very poor. People in the North cannot feed. Is if you go to the North, you see a lot of blind people there. Even they come to our place, we call them a bookie. You find
Yeah.
them, doing some odd job that you don't expect people to be doing these days. You wonder why is it that way. They have not used the power for anything. They are still dragging on power. They have not developed the country. They have not done anything possible. And people today are still clamoring for that one country, Nigeria. Let's move out from that one anyway. You see what happened in Imo State. Imo State was in a big problem these days. Hope Uzodinma came out to say his own story. The people of indigenous people of Biafra, give their own story that sit at home. People sit at home. People sit at home. Nobody says anything. Today, we are all in trouble. How can, for the very first time of Nigeria, a sitting president of the country came to a state? Nobody came out to celebrate. It was such a shame that, and Buhari himself showed no concern. He even tell Hope Uzodinma that I like you, and you fit into my pattern. So his pattern is to rule in a dysfunction way, in a rule where people will not talk to you. It's kind of like you came home as a father. Your children did not come and see you. Even your wife did not come and say hi. Only you go home, you warm. They cook for you, they put in the table. Only you go home and warm your soup and eat and go to sleep and wake up in the morning and go say, yes, this is how home is being run. You didn't speak to your children. You didn't speak to your wife. You just go. I begin to think if this Buhari have sense, because this is something. What do you think about it anyway before I continue?
Well, that is where I say that the people of Biafra, or people that are clamoring for this thing, they failed. Because all these years we have been protesting, we have been what do you call that? Saying that we don't want him, Biafra out, Biafra should go, Biafra should go. I could remember in the Western world, even here in the Philippines, where I am now, when the president visits a city, people, the oppositions there, they don't hide their feelings. You'll see them with their placard. You will see them with their banners. They will be there. They will put it on the road, even on the road. What they want you out. They will write it, their president out, President Duterte out, President this one out. You see it now. So we see in Europe things like this happen also. When president is coming to a city, people that doesn't like him, they will also have their right. They will put it and write and say, oh, president out, president out. So we tell you what we need, job opportunity, we need this, we need that. So now coming to the Imo State, the president came to Imo State. Yeah, it's not a good thing that people didn't come out to cheer for him or whatever. But we all we know already the kind of president we have, that he doesn't show concern, he doesn't care about whether people are on the road or not, whether people come out or not. Because all these ways, all these years that he has been ruling, people have been saying so many things. Social media has been carrying different news and everything. He's been hearing all of them, but even one comment he never made. So he doesn't even show concern. What he cares is what he wants to do is what he does. So he don't care about what people say or what people do or not. See, so now the particular moment that the Biafra or the IPOB is supposed to show their mobilization, they failed to turn up.
Why?
To me, yeah, because when the president was in Imo State, they're supposed to be out, even in the streets, even with their placard, with everything. We need a change. We need this. We need that. We need this. We need this.
Yeah.
That is how it's been done in the Western world. That's how it's been done in other countries. When you tell people to sit at home, they sit at home. They did not come out. How will the president know what you people are passing through? How will the president know about the problem of Imo State?
No, that's not true. You see,
no, bro. Let's sentiment apart. You are in Australia. You know what I'm telling you is the reality. People staying at home, you feel that, okay, fine. If I'm a president, fine. These people are very comfortable. They are okay. They have no problem. I have nothing to address to them. I have nothing to share with them. I have nothing. So they are at home. They are at ease. They have all that they want. The moment
these
you're
people.
supposed to come out and express your feelings, the moment you're supposed to come out and even throw questions, that's how it's done in the Western world. That's how it's done in US and everywhere. Even here we are. There are moments at that time the president is there. This is the moment the media and everybody will ask questions. They will give you microphone. You will ask questions. President, we need this, why like this, or why this, or why that. But everybody said everybody sit at home and people sit at home. So sitting at home, will he give you food? Sitting at home, will he provide what you need? Will he bring solution? It doesn't bring solution.
But bro, you know these people, Biafrans have been protesting. What happened to them? They killed them. They shoot them. You know. So what they did, to me, is one of the best things they can do. Biafrans have been protesting. When they come out, police fire them. When you talk about Paraka, they have carried those things. Even when they are going to Abuja last time, see what happened when they are bringing Nandi Kanu. People, they're still following them, even the lawyers. So what they did, to me, is one of the best things that they can do. And that is something that I waited for Nigerian news to make a reasonable, broadcast. I haven't had things like that because they are scared. How can a president of a country goes to a place, there's no welcome? Hey, Falai, I miss you. Where are you? Anyway, so how can a president of a country go to a place without people welcoming? Even the video of Flavor. If Flavor and the video travel to that Imo state, they will come more reception than this man that went there.
Bro, this is just the simple truth of the matter. The very moment that we needed to be out and voice out our concerns, there are ways of doing things. This is something that we forgot to educate our people. I always tell people, violence can never solve any problem. There is not a single time violence will solve a thing. And the whole world knows about it. When the president is there, like I said earlier, the president is there, people have their right to come out and say what they want. You have your right to come out and ask questions. President, why is this like this? Or why is it like this? We have been seeing it. It's happening everywhere in the world. It happened in the US. It happened in UK, even in Europe, everywhere. Even here we are. It's happening. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. When the point is this, when you ask people, I said it earlier, when you ask them to sit at home, do not come out. Without sitting at home, put food in their table. No. Without sitting at home, make the landlords not to collect their rentals. Zero. Without sitting at home, stop schools from collecting school fees for those.
Come to Australia if you want to leave.
No. So what is the essence? What is that point? You count how many sit at home in 1 year. How many sit at home in 1 year? Then you find out how much you have lost. And yet the democracy we are talking about, we don't have it. And the president you have, if you like sit at home for 20 years, it will never change his mind. He will still rule and complete this. And I have said it several times. Sitting at home will never change Buhari, or maybe even stop him from doing whatever thing he wants to do.
Yeah, I think what these people did was the best thing, because they have, me and you know that these boys have gone out of the street, even which me, our God have said, because a lot of Igbo youths have been killed because they went out to protest. They have been, okay, could you see them there? Even how you see them on this map now, they have come in millions. This is how they are welcoming Nandi Kanu here, actually. They have done this many million times. But what did they get? They got killed. So the best thing they did is to sit at home. And sit at home, they did have create a history. The first time in Nigeria, any sitting president of the country will be traveling to any state without his people welcoming him. That tells you that the country is no longer under the care of the governor and the president himself. It's something that he has to be very shameful about. It's very easy. They have done this many times. if somebody like here, if you come to my house, I bash the door on you, as a sensible man, what he would do as a sensible man is to call, is the same with the lawmaker, the House of Assembly members, to ask them, why is these people doing this thing? When you call your son say, I don't want to speak to you again. I don't want to see you again. Your right as a father is to say, okay, why is this? What have I done? Let's sit down and talk. But when you say, I don't care, the whole thing, I don't care brings problem. Let me go back to what you said.
How many states are in Nigeria?
It doesn't matter.
No. How many states are in Nigeria?
36. But
36 states.
out of 36.
Then he went to how many states?
That's what I'm telling you. Out of the 36, the sixth most productive country, the sixth most productive. Like now, we have how many countries in the world? We have about how many, more than 200 or 300 or something in the world. But if America withdraw from UN, what happened? UN will start shaking.
No.
Is that not true?
No. You are going out.
No, you're talking about. That's what I'm telling you now. You said that 6 states. He hasn't gone to them, all right? That's what I'm telling you now.
So if one state did not welcome him, it doesn't change anything from the government. This is just the simple truth. I've said it earlier. Forget about sentiment. Sentiment apart. If one state did not welcome him, it doesn't stop him from being the president. One. Secondly, that the resources of that state, they didn't halt it. Even the governor will still pay his dues to him. So it doesn't change anything. And did you hear? Did he make any comment? He didn't show any concern of regret. Rather, he praised the governor that I like your way, and you can work with me. Meaning that he's happy, he's comfortable.
That what shows that he's not a human being. That's what shows that he doesn't reason. If here in Australia they would take him to psychiatry because his head is not reasoning. I'm just telling you as a normal human being.
We are not in Australia. We are talking about Nigeria.
Yeah, no. Even in Australia, the same thing still influence you because what happened is that, like here, if somebody cannot reason properly, you went to somebody's house, the children did not come to you. You won't ask him, what happened to your children? What have I done? As a president of a country, the people could not come. You say you are comfortable and this thing, and that's the first time in Nigerian history things like that will happen. Nobody's talking. That tells you that we have problem in Africa. We have problem in Nigeria. And remember, Nigeria is trying to grow like Western world, but now the country, I tell you, the country is going down soon because this has started now. The next thing you start, everything starts with one. The next thing, other state will learn it. I'm telling you, that's how it come. Remember, Biafra start before you know it, Uzodinma starts. It has started, then the next thing to start. And you talk about violence. You read the Bible, right?
Till what year? Huh? How many years left for him?
It doesn't matter if he did not tackle the problem now. The problem will come to bite him. Because it's very hard that a president of a country, you not ask question, governor. You don't ask governor, wow, how do you communicate with these people? Why is it we are in such a trouble that nobody came to say hi to me? And you are comfortable. Like they are guiding Buhari like as if it's a puppy. No chance.
But his cabinets were all there. The governor's entourage and everything was they were all
not all governors are there. Just APC
governors. No, I mean the governor entourage. I didn't say all governors.
Anyway,
the governor
let's welcome chief diplomat, please.
All governors should not be there because he didn't come for all governors. He was there only for the Imo State people. So he came to Imo State. So, and I've said it earlier, and I said it before. Whether the people were out or not out, Buhari doesn't show any concern about that. It doesn't change him. It doesn't change him, and he don't even regret it, because the president you have, he don't regret it, and he doesn't show any concern. He doesn't, it doesn't touch him. It doesn't move him at all. Whether the people are there, my own concern is, like I said it earlier, the right time people supposed to come out and voice out their mind. Tell the head of the state that this is what we want. We want a change. We want this. We want that. They failed to show up. So what are we claiming here? There is nothing to claim.
Welcome to the Chief Diploma. Welcome you tonight program and Precious like you again. So how are you, bro?
Very, very, very good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, highly welcome.
So
we are like,
I want to say happy weekend to my brother Prince.
Thank you, Chief Diploma. How is
Abuja? And very good weekend to my brother Emmanuel.
Please, my weekend goes with wine. I like people to say happy weekend with wine.
I think wine is not wine.
Wine is winning tonight.
Wine is not a problem now. Wine is all over everywhere.
No, wine is not all over everywhere. We can't find it. Not be Australian wine. I like palm wine, not.
No. What are we? What are we? No. The problem is that how can I send you sample water because I have sample water here.
That's the best one you can have. It clears eyes very well.
Yes, because if you begin to take that sample water will make you to do the median work very, very effectively and productively.
Exactly. Oh my God. Hey, but listen, it is true. If we can, you see, we don't have government. Even that you are saying, if we can refine it properly, do you know how much that thing will bring in that country? It will bring so much good money. If you refine that thing properly, it will bring good money. Look at Australia here. We have good wine because why? We have grape. And it's bringing good money. Australia even have this oil you are saying, but we don't mind it much. We keep it. Just, you just have all this in just need management. Anyway, Chief Diplomat will come again. Prince was just telling me now you posted about nesting Wike, Wike argument with the government that how can they generate almost 15 billion and be giving 4 billion? Why the Kano state generate that? I probably think about logic on that. Like in the Australia, let me go to Australian government. Australian government, you have what we call tax threshold. If you earn higher than $35,000 per annual, then the government will take tax from you. But if you earn below $35,000 or $30,000, at the end of the year, when you submit your tax, government give you back your tax. So it's kind of that you don't pay money. Your tax is being given back to you. Also, you tell government what you spend your money on. Again, if you earn like up to 150,000, 100,000, definitely government will take a lot of tax for you. So I don't know if the same thing applies that the government, if River State will generate like up to 15 million and they gave them 4 million, it may apply. How do you think anyway? I'm not going to go there. What do you think?
Well, first of all, let me thank the viewers all over the world, and most especially the people of our great country, Nigeria, because I sincerely believe that whatever thing we do today is something that concerns the growth and development of all our sundry. And based on your question, I am an advocate of restructuring Nigeria. Why do I support restructuring? I support it simply because Nigeria become a country that some states are becoming lazy to the extent that they don't want to generate their potentiality. Like what I always say is that every state in Nigeria, the 36 states in Nigeria, has what it takes to survive. The problem there is that people always look at who is going to benefit through the ideology of oil industry. The oil politics has made us to look as if no state can survive without oil. So it is time that we restructure Nigeria so that every state begin to manage their God-given resources. And by doing that, your state potentiality will begin to emerge. That is where you begin to see governors begin to work hard, effectively and productively to create internal revenue for their state. Based on the question you asked, I supported Governor Wike simply because how can you produce internal revenue, which is VAT, 15.1 billion, and the federal government will collect it and give you 4 billion, which is against the principle of human justice. And if we really want to grow as a people, let us encourage states to manage their God-given resources. That is the essence of restructuring. Restructuring is not about to divide Nigeria, but restructuring is about to encourage various states that is made up of Nigeria, so that at the end of the day, every state can be able to know what and what did they have, what and what can they bring to the state government. I think by doing that, it will be able to help. It will be able to help and generate internal revenue for, internal revenue, for the growth and development of that particular state. So I supported that every state should collect their VAT. By doing that, it will help the system. Let me tell you, what is the problem of Nigeria? The problem of Nigeria is that many governors are sitting down at home because there is a national cake. At the end of the month, there is a national revenue whereby states are paying taxes to the federal government. Some states did not even contribute, but they'll be waiting for federal government to give them monthly allocation. They'll be sitting down and waiting for monthly allocation. That is, you are promoting laziness into the governmental system. Governors have now, and by looking at it, let me also tell you, restructuring, why we supported restructuring is that not because we are from oil producing states, because we also want to see that at the end of the day, this diversification of economy, those who are producing oil will also think beyond oil and also to come out with other areas of ideology that can generate internal revenue outside of oil production. But today Nigeria is all about oil politics. And this oil politics, who is going to hold the refinery? Who is going to manage the license of oil production? This has become a thing of dragging one place to another. I think the best thing we can do as a people is to encourage each state to manage their God-given resources. If I'm managing my state, you are managing your state, and Prince is managing his own state, the best thing to do is that we can only have a federal system of government, and this federal system of government can be called confederal system of government. And what is confederal system of government? The confederal system of government is also known as devolution of power, whereby we have what if weak center, but the state government becomes so powerful to the extent that the local government becomes so active, because revenue we are talking about, every revenue comes from local government. Let me tell you the truth. Every state has local government. It is the local government that brought out that revenue. And that revenue comes from local government to the state, from state to the federal government. Why did the state manage the resources and then pay back a little to the federal government to manage the aspect of security architecture? You understand? Today, if something happens in the country, a state governor will tell you that my hands are tied, my eyes are tied. To the extent that the security comes from the federal government. Why can't we give it in a way that state government should be governors should be proactive, so that tomorrow, let me tell you, do you know most of the problem in this country is that When something is wrong in a state government will point out to the federal government. A state government will make the membership or the state people to understand that the problem is from the federal government. And for federal government to bring down some of the causes and some of the bundle they are facing, it is good they relegate some power to the state government to manage their affair, and then the federal government will now be a central authority whereby bringing what is called national integration. And this national integration in the sense that, for instance, the Imo state will be able to manage their resources and paying a little tax to the federal government to maintain the internal, which is the national integration, whereby everybody contribute their own part to the federal. Because let me tell you, the federal system of government is a very corrupt system. Why do I say it's corrupt system? Some states have more local government than other states. At the end of the day, the federal government is now sharing formula based on local government allocation. Those who did not even produce anything will be getting more than those who are producing. This is where the imbalance system come into existence. And for us to correct these abnormalities in the system, it is good we begin to redirect, reorganize, re-strategize, reconstitute the system, because this system is producing laziness in the affair of states. Some states are working hard to create internal revenue. Look at Lagos State. Lagos State, look at what they are producing as an internal revenue compared to other states like Kano. Lagos State, internal revenue that has how many states? How many local government? Kano has 44 local government. But what Kano is getting is more than Lagos State. Why? Because the revenue formula is being orchestrated based on local government you have. So it is about local government. But federal government, if you look at the system, they did not look at the way that based on what you produce, it's not based on your local government strength. It's not about population. It's about what can you bring to the national level. What can you bring to the table supposed to be the ideology of the system. But what is there is that how many local government do you have is the wrong ideological system we are facing. The total number of local government you have determine how much revenue and how much monthly allocation you are getting from the federal government. And this is an imbalanced system. And this is where agitation all over everywhere. And truly, if we want to correct this abnormality, it is good that we practice what is called true federalism. And this true federalism, in other words, confederal system of government. Confederal system of government is a governmental arrangement. It's a governmental arrangement whereby the component units can be able to take care of their state. What are those component units? The component units are the local government. The local government become the vibrant, and every local government chairman can able to work accordingly with their state governor. And the state governor can only pay a little amount to the federal. Let me tell you, what are they representing? When you talk about House of Representatives, National House of Assembly, what are they representing? Nothing. They are just there and getting it. Let me tell you, these people we are talking about, they are all from one local government to another local government.
Yes.
Let me tell you, the senatorial districts are from the states. The House of Representatives is from the local government. You can see. So by looking at all of this sharing formula, you will realize that constituency project, money will be given to some senators are there. They will never sponsor any bill to represent the people they are representing. They will be just sitting down and be sleeping. At the end of the day, they collect their wardrobe allowance, their salary, and every financial benefit as a senator from their own federal constituencies. So for us to promote effective and productive leadership participation, it is time we begin to think about restructuring. restructure the country so that Imo State can be able to control their local government, control their state, and pay a little to the federal government. In fact, the National Assembly, the question is that what the National Assembly is doing that a State House of Assembly cannot do? It's a duplication of office. We have State House of Assembly. State House of Assembly members are also produced by local government area. They are now assembly members from the state. Then we now still have House of Rep. We now have senators. Duplication of office. Those money are spending on those lavish offices is enough to create industry, to create employment, and to make things easy for the benefit and the well-being of the people from local government level to state level. I think this ideology of having House of Representatives and the senators is a duplication of office, because the State House of Assembly also lawmakers. They also make their law for the state. Then the National House of Assembly and the State House of Assembly and the House of Representatives that comprise 360 people and 190 people compared to this expenditure. And the end of the day, federal government did not have anything to generate as a federal government. Every money that being spent is coming from state. It's coming from the state level. Federal government as a federal government has never contributed anything. They only benefit from the state and the local government structure. That is why they make it so compulsory that people will be paying revenue. People will be paying tax. The tax collection they are doing, what is the work of federal government? Federal government is just a federal government sitting down and collecting frivolous taxes from state government to local government, and then they will be sharing the money back to people. When you look at it, somebody will not do a business. The person that do a business is located in Anambra State. Let it pay that tax to Anambra State government. That is what I'm agitating. If you are working in Anambra State and you are located, your business is domiciled or located in Anambra State, pay tax to the Anambra State government. That is the best idea. How will you be in Anambra State and still paying tax to the federal government? It doesn't make sense. And tomorrow you will now be collecting money from the state government, and the same time, the state government, when they talk about how to bring allocation tax or VAT, you see federal government will be imposing obnoxious law, inimical law to the local government and the state government, which I believe, look at what is bringing agitation. Agitation that is happening in our country called Nigeria. It is because of political and economic marginalization. This marginalization can be also addressed as political and economic deprivation. When people deprive you from your fundamental human right, it becomes things to fight back. And for you to fight back, it creates now unrest, social unrest to the system. I believe if all of us begin to know that doing the right thing is supposed to be the best ideology for the best of human knowledge, I think we should do things that will benefit the generality than to impose law, policies that did not promote peace, did not promote love, did not promote unity. So I think when you say government are a group of people who are being organized to look at issues holistically and to resolve those problems within human existence. And when the government fails to take or to carry out their sole obligations and responsibility, it becomes a problem. Because any government that cannot operate without the confirm of the law is a problem. Look at the security situation we are facing. Can you tell me that a president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, based on the systematic arrangement of the federal system of government? by looking at it, can President Muhammadu Buhari know what is happening in Owerri? No. A man who is sitting down at Asedok, and can he know the community in Owerri? No.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, seems like we lost two diplomats when he's trying to verse his mind on Owerri until that is happening in that place. So we'll continue our thing. Like he said, him particularly, prefer Nigeria with federalism view, whereby every state manage their own economy independently, and people pay tax to their government and their government and their governors, and their governor use the third and later give it to the federal system. So one mostly independent state to everyone, and people be able to share things equally rather than you paying to the federal government and be given little back. So okay, I see you're back. Yeah, okay, continue.
So like what I was trying to analyze here is that is why most time I say that for you to correct a system, when you begin to be an antagonist into a system, they will tag you as enemy of the system. And when they tag you as enemy of the system, whatever ideology, whatever best ideology you have, become problem. And that is why you can see, look at what happened in Owerri. When the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, pay a solidarity visit to the good people of Imo State, some people were saying that why did the crowd did not welcome Buhari? Welcome Buhari is not the issue. I was expecting that the Southeast leaders who are part of the people who are part of the All Progressive Congress, APC government, could have also to atomize and also to give some instances of what they want as a people from the eastern part of the country. But looking at, I listened to everything, and the president of Oyenze, Igbo, was praising the president and telling him this coming to Imo State is a welcome development, and without telling the president one-on-one that what Igbo people want is that the Igbo people has been marginalized for so long, and as far as the Southeast is concerned, they should give the Igbo people the opportunity to become president, so that because the president of Muhammad Buhari, when you listen to the statement of that man, Mr. President, I will totally agree with you that President Muhammad Buhari is a man of intellect. He understands this system. Look at his speech he gives to Owerri people, and look at the way he responds. He responds very, very tactically, very, very technically, that he said the Igbo people are economically recognized. There is no place in this Nigeria that you cannot find Igbo people. And that is the truth. That is how it is. Igbo man is blessed by God in terms of business. But the problem there is that Igbo people also have problem. They have what is called internal problem. Their internal problem is the cause of division among them. A president that has never visited any other places was elected. He came down to Imo State. And why should, let me tell you something, my brother Uche. Me, I love Igbo. I love Igbo people. Majority of my friends are Igbo. And my concern, that's why you see, when the killing of the innocent youth were happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria, I was disgusted. And I was not comfortable with the agenda, with the ideological movement of IPOB. That is why I mostly criticize their ideology. I did not criticize their movement as a people. I did not criticize them as a people who are fighting for their freedom or liberation, but I only criticize their ideological aspect of their movement. Because when you look at it today, nobody from that place talk about dialogue. None of the leaders from the Southeast talk about Mr. President. We know our son Nnamdi Kanu we are talking for secessionists. We're talking about secession. But as your visit to Southeast, it shows that you love us. But we want to also beg and your pardon that our son should be grant pardon. Let it come back home and let us talk for dialogue. What we need is dialogue. Please forgive us, our son. Forgive him for whatever thing happened. But it is because of marginalization, deprivation, oppressive nature of the federal system of government that frustrated, that orchestrated the agitation of our son. For this reason, Mr. President, we want you to pardon our son, give him amnesty, let it come back home. By doing that, I think when Oyanego, which is the IPOB president, the national president of Oyanije, was also there, supposed to speak on behalf of what is happening in the Southeast. They only went there and begin to praise Mr. President without telling him what and what did they want as an Igbo people. So would you also blame Mr. President on that? Will you blame Mr. President on that? These are the things we are talking about. When you want to correct error, you correct error based on internal problem. If you cannot correct your internal problem, it's difficult to correct external problem. Because Buhari did not know what is really happening in the Southeast. It's what they tell him, the information they give to him in the Asadok that he know. But now the man life and direct, sitting down, facing the leader of the Southeast under the All Progressive Congress. But nobody can tell him what the eastern part of Nigeria want.
Okay.
Will you also blame Mr. President for that fault? So, my brother Ushe Emmanuel, based on this note, my agitation, my advocacy is I'm talking about let us support restructuring. In other words, confederal system of government. Let every state manage their own resources. Today, if your state governor is misbehaving, there is no need for you to point out to the federal government. But when state government, they will say, no, the problem is not from us. The problem is coming from federal government. They made all of us to believe that the federal government is the problem of this country. But let me tell you, the state governors, the state house of assembly members, the councillors, the chairmen of local government areas, the traditional rulers, the youth organizations, they are all problem of what is we are facing today. Because people are not genuine. That is why I always talk that we need genuine, committed leadership, visionary leaders who did not think about their selfish interests, who did not think about what can benefit them, but thinking about the general will, what can benefit all of us. And if all of us can benefit unanimously, consensuously, and begin to identify problem that is affecting us, that will give us a sense of belonging and a sense of direction. So my people and my brothers, that is why you can see me, I don't operate based on ethnicity, but I operate in the knowledge and the principle of human justice. That what is good for me is also good for Ushe Emmanuel. What is good for me is also good for Prince. If all of us can think that ideology, there is no need for us to fighting or antagonisting against one another. It is because of lack of commitment, lack of visionary leaders, selfish-minded, myopic thinkers, and in other words, self-centered sentimentalism that is happening among human beings is the cause of this division we are facing. If the Southeast leader under the All Progressive Congress cannot pinpoint or tell Mr. President about what they want, then who else can do that? Because Nigeria is being controlled by political leaders. And that is why I said that our brother, Nnamdi Kanu, God give him the majority of the power. Whether you like it or not, stay at home. You can give every order that nobody should come and welcome Mr. President. If you stay at home, can they solve the problem of Eastern region? Staying at home, staying inside your individual room, can they solve that problem? Why did they not come out massively and welcome him and tell him, Mr. President, this is our problem and this is what we want you to do for us? Okay. If you don't express your feeling, if you don't tell somebody what you are passing through, then it is your own problem. When you stay indoor, without welcoming President Muhammad Buhari did not take anything away from him. Whether you like it or not, he is the president. He has been elected. You can't remove that from him. So until the remaining tenure will over, I believe that what we as a people need as a country is, let us begin to imbibe with the spirit of egalitarianism. Let us imbibe with the spirit of oneness. Let us begin to look issues holistically, look issues as a people. Then by doing that, we begin to come up with generally accepted opinion, or generally accepted observation, or generally accepted and consensuously belief system that we can able to push on and ratify our human challenges. Because whatever thing we are facing today is all about human mentality of selfishness, mentality of myself, ideology of myself. This ideology of myself is the confusion, is the division, is the separatism we are seeing today. If all of us can identify issues as human beings, irrespective of your community, irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of religious affiliation, irrespective of where you come from, irrespective of your political zone, does not matter. But what is matter is human survival. How can Ushe survive? How can Prince survive? How can chief diplomat survive? If all of us can have the same mindset, I think there will be no need of dragging one another. On the part of the Southeast leaders, I blame them for not to point out the issue that is bedeviling the Southeast. Security we are talking about. Security is caused by human beings. And it is only human being can also solve security matters. Is it animal that is causing insecurity in the state? Not animal, it's human being. And this human being felt that, some of them felt that they were not carried along. So I believe, Ushe Emmanuel, for now, let me end here, that we must able to think that our problem is not only for President Muhammad Buhari, the problem of internal colonialism. Internal colonialism from local government to state level is also one of our problems. Those who are enjoying federal government money, those who are enjoying state money, did not know those who are suffering. This is the problem we are facing. If they can create job, if they can create empowerment for our women, if they can create enabling environment for business to grow, some person may not even have time to go and seek for employment from government. They can do their private business and be surviving on their own. For instance, Aliko Dangote. Aliko Dangote, is it a government officer? He's a private businessman. I believe he's doing his own business as a private. But what is important is that government should create enabling environment whereby every person who have the best ideology can do their business, either women, either youth, old men and old women can able to survive. What everybody is agitating today, how to survive. How can I survive with my immediate family? That is the essence of every agitation we are facing today. So I believe if all of us can pinpoint the error of what is affecting us as a people, then it will not be a thing of goodwill and a thing of favor for all of us. Thank you and God bless you, my brothers.
Thank you very much. I so much enjoy your presentation, but I would like, I always look on history before I start my thing. And when you talk about the federalism, and I just ask you simple, do you know why we fight the Biafra War? Do you know why the Biafra War was called? I don't know if I'll push your mind back why the Biafra War was called. Ojukwu was not dragging for oil. Ojukwu was not driving for cocoa, because then Northerners was actually making much money with granite oil and granules. Yorubas were making much money with cocoa. Oil was not making much money then. The problem of Biafra, why the Biafra War was called, is about the same thing we just mentioned now, federalism. Ojukwu asked the government that every state should manage their resources and manage their police and everything. Then the center will pay little tax to the center. What happened after they do the whole thing at Ibori? What happened? They came back home. Nothing was done. Ojukwu has to call his people on war. So the same thing you are saying, they say restructuring. A lot of people have talked about restructuring for the Nigerian government. He hasn't even for one day given a damn. What will you do if you're in that situation? I must tell people, I was reading a book here in Australia that says some of the streets that the name of the street, remember people, the colonialism. As long as we remember Nigeria, I think Nigeria is still a slave. I think the name Nigeria one must be changed. If the Nigerians have to come together and make sure, that's true. Because once you remember that name Nigeria, if you don't change, like Ghana, change Gold Coast to Ghana, Nigeria still remain under slave. That name, whether you change it to UAR or whatever you change it, but that name must have to be changed. And to change that name, people have to come to round table. You can't force people. Like if I have a wife now, a wife told me that she doesn't want me again, she wants to go. Divorce will be there. But I can't force this woman to stay with me because she stayed with me, we'll keep fighting. The problem in Nigeria, we always look this. I don't want to be sentimental. I'm Igbo boy. I'm pure Igbo. But does not mean that I should not look the whole ways. The Nigerian government can never make things happen without calling people around table. Both Biafra, both Uzodinma, and other ethnic groups that make up Nigeria must come to round table to decide. This is my own view. They have these two options. Should we stay as one Nigeria? If they say yes, how do we move this country forward? Then they bring our constitution, like you say, that favors everybody and discipline everybody. Nobody is left out. Like in the northern Nigeria now, if you are selling all these, like you're selling Kano, Potisco, Bauchi, Gombe, if you are selling alcohol, the Hisban, the Islamic militant, they will not let you. But the money they make from Port Harcourt, where they sell alcohol, where there is prostitute, they want to share the money. That doesn't happen that way. In Australia here, I tell you, in Australia here, every state here manage their money. Victoria and Sydney, maybe that's why you hear Melbourne. These people, they generate a lot of income. And they manage it by themselves. They have pets. Pets too generate a lot of income. They manage it by themselves. Nobody is fighting. In fact, our governor, our premier actually talking these days that why can't we, when they sign up for vaccine, it should be given equal. There's no place that we take more than others. That's the problem we have in Nigeria today, that the country is not listening. Like you told me that Buhari came to the place, nobody listened to him. The people did not care. And that makes him a president. That should be shame to him. He should be shame of himself. If I'm a president, if a president that think when things like happen, it is time as somebody who is in control. If you're really in control, it's to summon the whole lawmakers, the House members and the senators to get what happened. Because as the president of a country, they give you updates. Every state, they give you updates. That's why you have your intelligence. They give you update what is going on. Like here in Victoria, I'm telling you now, if you have, the countryside like village. The village side in Australia. Anything that happened, one problem that happened, our prime minister here will name it, will tell you exactly the place, the area. Within 1 hour, it happened. He will tell you exactly that area because he has intelligence. If we don't have those people working for us, and you say you are a president, people didn't come out, you don't care. That means that person doesn't want it. Just like you come home now, I don't know if you have 4 children, 5 children. You came home, your food, the food is normal in the pot. Normally, your wife bring the food for you and your children come and say, Daddy, you are welcome and all those things. And you came home, your children did not talk to you, nobody talked to you. You're freely, you go to the pot and eat, you sleep, tomorrow you go out. You say everything is right. You didn't ask, how is my children? Why didn't you speak to Daddy? Why didn't you do this? Or if there's anything, say, my wife, what happened? Why is this children not talking to me? They have to tell you. So when people say, Buhari came, Biafran didn't come out on this and that, it doesn't matter. Where I buy your idea, you told me about the Ohanes and Digo, the governor. They did not express their view. That is true. That is a big failure. In fact, Hope Uzodinma even told people that Igbos are not interested with the president of Nigeria. I don't know. Hope Uzodinma owner, I don't know where he's coming from. To me, it's president. Where he's saying, when you said that, I said, yes, that's true. They did not. That's the opportunity to express themselves and tell people that the president, you can see why our people did not come out for you. because they are no longer interested in this Nigeria. Find a way that we can do this thing happen. We are ready to work and see how this thing can happen. Or we call for die table. If they win us, we win. Do you watch into CNN? Do you watch the CNN? CNN said it. It said Nigerian government will never call referendum because if it call, Nigeria is going to finish. And that's a big thing for a country, such a country that have given so much to the world. And I talk to people, they say Nigerian football, Nigerian oil. A lot of Nigerians have given to the world. But today, the country is no longer where it is. You mentioned Dangote. Before starting the program, I actually call about Dangote. Dangote have the monopoly to do his business. See, yet Dangote is not giving Nigeria anything. Airpeace, who does not have those things, have given Nigeria more. When Nigerian people are stranded in South Africa, Airpeace went by there and helped Nigerians. When they're stranded in China, the same thing. Nigerian football, Airpeace was their morale. I know, I once played Nigerian national team, but still, you come there, they will promise you heaven and earth. They never give you money. Well, Airpeace told you guys, if you guys win, I will give you 20 million. That is how businessmen need to operate in Nigeria. Dangote himself have not done that. So when we are talking about Nigeria, we need to tell, if we cannot hold the right thing. I don't care if you support Biafra or you don't support Biafra. You may say maybe today I will vote for one Nigeria. You may say I vote for Biafra. I don't care about those things, To me, it's, apart from my relative, to me, maybe I don't need those things again anyway. But I hard for me to see my people, my friends, my childhood area where my parents was born, to go through those things. I will really appreciate that the government and the people of the country start talking the right thing, If the country have to be fixed, the whole people will come on table. We vote. It doesn't matter where you belong. If you belong for Duduwa, you belong for Biafra, you belong for Nigeria. Let's come to table. You can't just be telling me that, okay, you must be in Nigeria. No. Everybody have their view. This country, like I always say, Australia, Australia is not a republic yet. Australia is still under UK. Australia wants to be a republic. A former prime minister who is kind of, calling people to do that. When he get to power, what did he do? He called people. People came, they vote that they still want to be under UK. The whole thing was torn down. The same thing happened in gay marriage. Gay marriage, when Christians say, no, men should not marry men, this and that. They call a vote. The same vote happened. After they voted, gay people win. Today, marriage is between anybody, men and men, you can marry. Everybody calm down, the whole issue die. What stopped Nigeria? For Nigeria to move forward, like you said, for Nigeria to move forward, they will bring everything in table. They will still want to live. Nigeria is too big, 200 million people. They need to divide those things. If you are in an organization, like in a church, that's why we have church, you have a cell group. It's too much for for center to control 200 million people. I think Nigeria is too big for that. To me, Nigeria needs to divide. They can work on international relationship and do things happen. In terms of the oil or not oil, they have a lot of countries that produce oil. They still live well. When you go to the Arabian world, they produce oil. They still live well. They have Yemen that produce oil. They live in a mess. So the oil, I think maybe in 20 years coming, oil will not be there again. We only go on gas. That's why the government is working on gas. In 20 years coming, Australian government, and maybe next year, they'll start giving us incentive to drive electric car. So when we talk about this, our politics, to me, I believe that the government need to sit down and call meeting to the Kingsmen. Come and speak your mind. Are we going to stay as one Nigeria? If yes, let's work out. This constitution should be here. Should we, still maintain the system we have or not? If you ever say that, the same problem, even though like you lock 30 Nnamdi Kanu, there's 50 coming up. In terms of IPOB members coming up on streets, I don't support them to go on street. These guys, they will carry a play card, they will just start shooting them. The same thing happen every day, every time. Nobody speak. So now they sit at home. People say, why don't you come out? No, I don't think so. I think how they did this, all right. So it's all to the government. If the government feel such a vital place, if you feel that it's not working, then it should segregate them. To me, it's actually a good thing if Buhari starts segregating them so that they can work on their own now and develop their own economy and stay on their own country. Because what Buhari did, when Buhari ignored these people, the way he ignored them is actually giving them a chance to develop themselves. That means if Buhari is ignoring them, they are not part of Buhari. Buhari show less concern to them. then they can work and generate their income and live well. That's a good strategy. As Buhari came, he did not acknowledge them. He said, well, this and that. That's good. They can work on their own now and live up their own. I don't believe that they should be there and coming out, they'll shoot them, they'll kill them, they do this and they do that. I don't actually believe that. If I don't like you, like somebody, you may not like somebody, it's just human being. You may not like somebody, you saw the person on the street, you go by, you don't look on that person. Like Australia here, Prime Minister may be coming here, somebody don't like the Prime Minister, will turn back, will go where he's going. Ask him why, he said, I don't bloody care. That's up to you. You do your thing. So to me, I believe what they did good. The only way I harm against is when those people came, they did not tell the president what they want. Those Ohanes and Dibo. Although Ohanes and Dibo are not speaking for Biafra, actually, I don't know those people. They came from my side, actually. Both the governor, Hope Uzodinma, the president of Ohanes and Dibo came from my side. I'm from Olon. So they are from my side. But it is to read by. We need to go back to drawing board. I think every Nigerian should start questioning the mentality of our leaders. Because Nigerians are actually growing faster than normal Africans. But what is going on by the leaders is actually killing people. Anybody telling me that what Buhari did is good, it's actually, no. It's not a very good thing. The mental aspect of it, when people, do things like this, it's as a leader, you have to call people, why are you doing this? Let's find a way to do things properly. Because Nigeria, it's not just present for the North, he signed up to be present to everybody, both the old woman in the toilets. Everybody. That's your care. They don't sleep. So anyway, moving forward, do you think CNN said that Nigeria will not go beyond, may not go. They said Nigeria may not go 2023. What do you think? Do you think that the president in 2023 will go to Igbos, Yoruba, or what do you think?
Let me tell you. Those CNN people you are talking about, are they the owner of Nigeria?
I'm telling you. Let me ask.
Why should they not face their own challenges?
Okay.
Why are they not? Why CNN is not talking about the Taliban that take over this country?
Afghanistan.
Yes, and then even let me tell you something. Uche Emmanuel, me, I am always an advocate of Africanism. So that's Europe. I'm Africanism. I don't believe in Europeans' Eurocentric view. I always believe Afrocentric view of things. Whatever thing I do is Afrocentric view, not Eurocentric view. Because these people are the cause of most of our challenges we are facing today.
They are not.
Most of our challenges as a people, they are the people.
They are not.
They set up the system to fail. But now it is not left for Africans to review the failing system and correct it by themselves. That is the only thing. So if CNN say that Nigeria will not beyond 2023, that is a fallacy. That is a fallacy. I'm telling you, that statement cannot work. Mark my words and take today's date. That those CNN say, have you never heard of one person from the European British that said at that time Nigeria will never beyond 100 years in amalgamation? After the 100 years, Nigeria is still existing. It's still existing.
Because the people are dumb.
These are inflammatory statements. Nigeria is
the only country where the people are suffering. Sometimes I think maybe suffering actually affects us. Where people are suffering.
Let me tell you, if you talk about suffering, that's why I said we always say Nigeria. Let us put the name aside. Talk about the people. It is the people. The name is not name that make people poor. It's not the name. As you are there in Australia, is it Nigeria that bring you to Australia?
That's what I'm telling you now. Nigeria does not bring me to Australia, but I tell you, Tim, when I come to Australia, Australia have an enabling environment. Australia have clear policy.
Okay.
Every country is driven by the government.
I want to ask you one question. Is it Australia as a country that make the enabling environment or the people of Australia?
Australia as a country. Because when Australia, no, I'm telling you the truth. You know, Australia as a country, that's policy. Their policy made this country what it is today.
I'm coming. I want to ask you one question. Ushe Emmanuel.
Yeah.
He said Australia as a country.
Yeah.
The country, can the country function without the people?
The government, that's what I'm telling you now. The government make the law that guide the people.
Who are the government? Who are the government?
I'm telling you, if Nigeria did not have
who are the government? The government you are talking about.
Who are the government? They have elected
yes,
people.
Thank you. Now you answer my question. The thing is that Nigeria as a country is not the country the problem. It is the people. The characters of leaders, the character of people occupying the government houses, they are the problem. It's not the name. Is it the name that giving us problem or the people? It is the people. So that is why, for us to correct it is now, for us to correct this error, it is when, if you are not part of a system, you cannot correct system. That is what we need to know. You can criticize every system from now to 100 years to come. The minute you criticize that system, they will tag you as enemy. But if you have the ideas to transform or to make something different, try as much as possible to involve to the system and get the power to do that changes. Because if you don't, like our last program, I was saying something that we were discussing something that the Nigeria as a country. But let me tell you something. Our last program, I was talking about something that the human being are the problem. And for us to get it right is that if everybody say politics is a dirty game, why those who are now deciding the fate of everybody are the politicians? So if it is politicians that decide the fate of everybody, it is now left for the people, the rightful people, to take charge. And let me tell you also something. You can see that when a pastor involved in politics, they say, hey, why pastor involved in politics? Politics is a dirty game. Is there anything wrong for a pastor to be in politics? We are talking about those who did.
Politics is never a dirty game. In Bible
thank you, that's what I'm saying. Based on the mentality of people to discourage those who have a good intention not to be part of the system, they will not say it's a dirty game. So me and
I'll tell you this thing. Nobody have a clean heart as a politician. Me and you, what guide us as a good heart is the politics, the policy they put there, the law they put there. Because without that law, a human influence is always there. Power is intoxicating if they hear that word. But when there is law, a law that is enforced, that will force you to behave. To me and you now, you may be a genuine guy as you are now. You get into there. If the law is not enforced, you do things on your own way. You don't even care about it. But if there is law that you know that is enforced, before you move, you think about it twice. That's law.
Well,
when the law is not enforced,
no,
see, wait, let me say this thing. Wait. You know, Nigerians, we are very stubborn. Very stubborn.
No. That's a very wrong statement that people are making. We claim that we are stubborn. That is why we are having all the problems.
Wait, I finish, Prince.
So Nigeria is not stubborn.
If you believe that Nigeria is stubborn, then your president is stubborn. So everybody should abide with that stubbornness.
Wait, listen to me. Nigeria, we think we are very stubborn. But when we go to Singapore, a country like Singapore, you find that Nigeria is very law-abiding person. In this country, Australia, you find that Nigeria is a very law-abiding person. When you go to Europe, America, you find out that we are very law-abiding. Because of what? There's policy there. You don't behave anyhow there. Here in Nigeria, you talk to somebody, say, I will deal with you. Here in Australia, if you tell somebody, I will deal with you, it may take you to 2 years in prison. So tomorrow you don't have to speak. You can't just tell somebody that I will deal with you.
And that is why also some of your followers, if it is in the Western world, many of them will be arrested because most of their comments are very foolish.
Yes.
Because why somebody I'm telling you this.
Why do you say no?
No.
That's what I wanted to tell you now.
Because if we don't stop it, people will start protesting, and at the end, Laube will be blocked both on Facebook and everything, because people will start writing reports against this. Because what most of them, their comments are very racist, and that is it's unacceptable. Look at this so-called Eberechukwu. If that guy have mental problem, he should go back home, go to the psychiatric, and let them train him. You don't come out on social media and start insulting people anyhow and putting anyhow statement, because they are causing problem for Laube.
Okay, let me tell you now.
Tomorrow people will start writing reports, people will start posting comments and writing to Facebook and everything that look at this thing is becoming too much, and they will block you.
Yes. That is very, so let me tell you now, they're different. Now, there's difference between stubbornness and freedom of speech.
Such things, when you see such things, don't post it, because when you post it like this for everybody to read, it's it's unacceptable. See,
when you give people freedom of speech, I cannot say because I am good.
No, it's because they are Igbo. Because they are Igbo, because they are Igbo, you think they are Biafra. That's why they are making all those useless stuff.
No,
in Nigeria. No, bro, I'm telling you the truth. I'm Igbo and they are Igbo, so we need to educate them. Let them stop it.
You have your own view now. They have their own view. You cannot be my own view and bring your own view. That's why I tell you, this country, again, I tell you, a private...
So why don't you invite him as an analyst, let him come and speak, then people will talk to him. Invite him as an analyst, let him come and speak. People will talk to him.
Please, you know, when you are shouting now, he may also say the way you are shouting, you are also deserve to go into jail.
Observation.
I'm trying to get you to test that one.
Let me tell you something.
You always protect them for this thing. It's very
I'm not protecting anybody.
That is
yeah, go on. Yeah.
Hello?
You don't expect everybody to support everybody to say, because Mazin and the Kanu was arrested, so everybody will accept it. No,
nobody say that. No, you have your view. Nobody say that.
They should not insult people. They should not, and such statements should not be posted. That's what I'm saying. Because this thing will create problems. When people start filing reports against you, they will block you. That is just the truth. FB will block you.
That's freedom of speech. I cannot, here. You see, I did not agree with you. I did not agree with you, diplomat. I can say because I did not agree with both of you. That's all. That's not true. You have your right to say whatever. If
you did not, Emmanuel, should I ask you a question? Should I ask you a question?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. If you said you did not agree with me, did not agree with Prince, that does not matter. Did you use insulting statement because you did not agree with us?
Simple.
That's my own way. Okay,
I'm coming now, hold on now. Did you use a provocative statement because you didn't agree with us?
No.
Must you abuse somebody to say you are not agree with the person?
Okay.
Now, let's go this way. Now, Prince did not agree with me. Did I shout on Prince? Did I shout on Prince? No, but he shouted on me. No. You see, different ways of expressing your views. Here, I tell you, France Prime Minister was actually greeting people when somebody slapped him. That's actually battering. If you know the law, that's what we call battering. It's
these people are illiterate.
No, wait, I'm telling you. No, wait, let's hear this one. That's battering. It's a chargeable offense. But what happened?
We don't support it.
No. This guy, he was expressing his view on his own way.
No.
If he said...
he has already posted 4. There is one thing I want to correct something. He has already posted 4 things, or 4 or 3 comments, and those 4 to 3 comments that he posted, all is abusive. All is there is no single sense in it. There is no single sense in it. So that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. In a situation like this, in a situation like this, invite him as an analyst, give him time, let him come out and speak. We will question him.
What if you question him? He will start abusing you. What if you question him? He start abusing you then?
No, we will question him. Because you invite people spend their time. We spend our time. We cannot agree on one thing. We must not agree that this one should happen and that one should happen. Before Chief Diplomat joined, I said something earlier. The moment that everybody is expected the people to come out and voice out their mind and say what they want to say in front of the president, they failed to show up. And I made a comment here that sitting at home is never going to help anything. One, it doesn't fit someone 2, it doesn't pay someone's rent. 3, sitting at home, we never remove President Buhari as the president of Nigeria until his term is over.
You can see what I say. I didn't hear from you before. Honestly, you are saying I didn't join the program.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Let's say the truth.
See, no, everything. You see, you remember when the Biafran came. Say if we hide the truth hide us. The Biafran people came out to, we shouldn't leave history, whatever you are saying. Biafran people came out. What happened? They shoot them. How many times? I can play you a video here where they're going to protest. If soldiers, they caught them. You are in Nigeria. This is not a hidden thing. Unless we don't want to say the truth. They killed them. Hope Uzodinma actually threatened the Biafran people and asked them to stay away. They called them terrorists. Then what do you want them to come and do there? Is that not an encroachment? They don't have right to come there.
He is still the president of Imo State, and he's the one that invited the president. So why did he invite the president? And why will the Imo State still allow him to be there? Since he wanted, since he's the one killing them.
Wait, did they elect Hope Uzodinma?
No, can it happen in Australia? Where your
that's what I'm telling you. If the law is working,
where they're supposed to fight, they don't fight.
If the law is
where
working,
they're supposed to fight, they don't fight.
Wait, if the law is working, Hope Uzodinma will not be there. If the law is working, Buhari will not be there. And if the law is working, those people that sit at home, all the lawmaker will be somewhat to question. Because the country is not working. You can't tell me a country that you're a prime minister, or a country you're a premier, people will not listen to you. They are listening to somebody outside the country. Is that not a shame? And you will tell me tomorrow that you are the president of the country or your governor of the country. People will not listen to you.
Who are they listening?
They are listening to IPOB people.
No, you can only say that you can say that the 6 states, or maybe the 6 states, the so-called the 6 states, the IPOB or whatever, they listen to Maz. Yes, the Hausa people, they don't listen to him.
And Maz is not contesting for Hausa. No, Maz is not contesting for Hausa.
So some other states are not listening to him. So the 6 states are listening to him.
Listen, Maz is not contesting.
Even Prince, to support your opinion. Even the 5 states, that made up of a southeast region, not everybody listening to Nnamdi Kanu. Not everybody is in support of IPOB.
I give instances. Imoni is there. Have you ever had anything since all this whole thing is happening? Obi Kubana, have you had anything from there since all these things is happening? This peace, whatever, peace, peace, and all the rest of them. Count them. All these millionaires, the Igbo millionaires. Have you heard from them? No, have you heard from them?
Wait.
Are they in support of all these whole things that are happening?
Wait. APs have called Nnamdi Kanu before. APs have invited Nnamdi Kanu and the Northerners before to make a peace between them. Okay. You see, APs have good intention. You see, that's why I say we should go back to history, all these things. Somebody like, okay, since this thing is happening, have you heard Dangote speak? People are different. People express their
different. They have no problem with it.
So, no. If you say you are making money in a country and you have no problem the way people are behaving, that's stupidity, bro. You have to, because those people are people that buy things from you. Those people are people that patronize you. If you say you are making money, okay, like now, you are buying something from me every day. You came to my shop, I saw you feeling as if you're not well. I did not show this empathy. I said, are you okay? What's wrong with you? Then you buy and go. Tomorrow you say, this guy does not care about me. You know, it's not happening. That's why we Africa, sometimes we have this problem. We have the problem that if people, I don't know, maybe because of the culture or something, that we have the problem. Fela said that we are suffering and smiling. And it's true. We are suffering and smiling.
We have a lot of, this is politics. For example, here we are. There is Australia.
So
we have Australia embassy here. And a lot of
Australians, please, I want to beg your pardon. I want to beg your pardon. I have a meeting to attend by 2:20. So for that reason, I will leave for now. Maybe next other week, I'm going to join you guys.
Okay, cool. So
thank you and God bless you. And before I go, let me just make this comment before I go. You know, like what we are discussing here is nobody support oppression.
Simple.
And nobody encourage deprivation.
Good.
And the most important thing as a people is that Nnamdi Kanu has his own opinion of deciding for Biafra agitation, as well as other people from the Igbo nation also have reason to say they are not Biafra. That is opinion difference.
That's freedom.
Individual
Freedom of
difference.
speech. Yeah.
And
true, yeah.
the area which I want to say before I go is that what Prince is trying to say here is, if you are not agree with me, does not mean that you will abuse me.
That's right.
That's what we are saying. We are talking about manner of approach.
Yeah.
If I don't agree with you as Emmanuel, it is your ability to convince me. It is your ability to communicate more to make me to agree with you. That make you become intelligent men. But in the process, because you don't agree with me, you begin to say you are your father and a madman. Your mother not get sense. You don't get head. It doesn't make sense.
That's abuse.
Yeah, so I'm coming. These are the area we are saying that. Look at the comment of what Ebereshuku Unduki post. You are suffering and smiling at your age today. Who is the person that suffering and smiling?
Fela said that. Fela said that Nigerians are suffering and smiling. Is that not true?
Is it Fela that see code Fela there?
No. You can make a reference with this, you know. Now that's what I'm saying. Now, when somebody tell you now, if I said, Chief Pilot, you are suffering and smiling, then let me
Emmanuel, don't support this idea of one comment. Let the person come with his own opinion that, okay, this is the reason why I'm supporting Biafra, and this is the reason why I will stand for Biafra. Come and talk on those areas, not about to talk different in entirely.
Like he writes one again, he said, my people everywhere, make use of your brain. Okay, who is it generating this one? Do you know if it is me? It's against me or against you, against whoever it is here.
Oh.
In his FB, how many times has he posted such things? It's because we have live broadcast. If there is no live broadcast, will he post it?
Bro, please. But
no, bro.
When you are live broadcast, people can.
I don't support. You know. Before that's why.
Happy weekend to you all. Happy weekend and bye.
I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time for wrong people with wrong mentality and wrong this thing. Because they are not encouraging people at all. They are not. And such people, when you talk about even the IPOB, maybe today, such person now, maybe he has not even sent even 1 cent or 1 naira. He has not even contributed 1 naira to the growth of IPOB. And he will just, because FB is free, then he will just open his mouth and say whatever.
It's not about contributing money, because when people contribute money, they actually have access to say something. What I want you to see is that people express themselves differently. When people become so, like I may say somebody is so stupid. Stupid is like abuse, you know. Like so,
well,
yeah.
I think, bro, but what I'm thinking, to my own understanding, I've said this before. The live broadcast should not be only about IPOB. There are so many problems in the world, not just only about IPOB, because we have been talking this IPOB for quite a long time. So from now, I think we should change also. There are businesses, there are a lot of cultures and sports and everything, church and all the rest of them. You have to mix it. Forget about this, because IPOB, they are taking things too personal. I must be very honest with you. Even here, when we argue with them personally, this is something that is in their brain, and it has already been inside of them. There is no single way that you will argue with an IPOB member and that person will not end up insulting you. What I'm telling you is gospel truth. They will end up insulting you, and they will tell you, they will call you all sorts of names. This is already in their mindset and it's already in their brain, so you cannot change it.
That's why we have Loobi, because Loobi, we can use that way. I know that IPOP people, like, what is IPOP? I am IPOP. Actually, you are IPOP. They say indigenous people of Biafra. Once you are Igbo, you are indigenous people of Biafra. It's just simple that. Once you are Igbo, you are indigenous people of Biafra. You have your own way of expressing, and those people have their own way of expressing. It's up to you now to calm them down. That's what you say now. That's what we say Buhari did the right thing. Because those people did not come out, then Buhari should forget about them. That doesn't work that way. It's up to us, you that think that you know is better, to put them the right way. Because when you leave them that way, then you continue to make mistakes. The same mistake continue to grow. That's why we recycle problem. We keep looking at the problem, we recycle it. But when you think that, okay, they cannot make that way, then you can address it. If you look at my comment, if you look at the program comment before I start, what did you see here there? You hear people say, express your view maturely. Do you hear it there? So that's how we address things. Yes, that's how we address things. You can't just, if you don't address things and keep going that way. Nnamdi Kanu, you may hear Nnamdi Kanu broke out, the way he abuse people and say things like that, we still have to. Sunday Igbohu, Sunday Igbohu abused even the royal father. Yorubas respect their royal father. But when they catch him, what happened? The royal father put everything aside and go after him and do what? And bring him back and say, this is our brother. We need to protect him. You see, that's why we Igbo will get it wrong. We look at those things, flesh, and just forget, this and that. No. We have to bring it down. I remember when I'm in Asia, a lot of boys in a wrong way, boys that scams, criminals, for one another. I refuse to, I don't desert them. When I saw them, I don't desert them. I still call them, I still talk to them and bring them. Because I told people before, if you're a politician, you need the good people, you need the mad people. Could you imagine if your mom born here, I don't know how many, but we are 10 in number. Out of 10 of us, we will get 2 or 3 crazy people. But you manage them too. So how will you feel if you are the crazy one? I say, I will not talk to you. I will not do this to you. Then he will go craziness, continue going. So you have to learn how to adapt to different ways to bring people back. We can't just say, oh, because you are this and that and that and that. This, my Facebook page weekend is like, fun for me. It doesn't matter if they block it, even though it's one person, I just reverse my thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't worry me. But if we can make change with those things, no, that's true. It doesn't worry me. I just have it for weekend thing my own, So it doesn't worry me if they have fun. The abuse is not a problem. If you abuse, you can abuse and communicate your words properly. That's fine. A prime minister here was talking when a 16-year-old boy egged him. I don't know, search it online. He egged the prime minister. Prime minister. Do you know what Australia did? The prime minister said, why will you egg me? He shot on the guys. Within 24 hours, Australian contribute 200,000 to the boy to sue the prime minister to court. So are we encouraging the boy to egg another prime minister or what? In fact, if you ask somebody, say fair enough, he said somebody must do something. This is not good. A prime minister, a 16-year-old boy egging you. You know what? Use egg and smash you on your head. If it is Nigeria, we say kill him. Who do you think you are? How dare you? We should all also learn to deal with people, not just because say this and that. Sometimes those crazy people, could you imagine you are Christian? Could you imagine Jesus Christ? The prostitute. If Jesus Christ, pushed the prostitute away, she could not. When they asked him, told him do this, do that. You could allow people to kill her because she is a prostitute. They don't want her. But you tell people that if you think that your sin is clean, you should take up stone and stone that woman. What did they do? Everybody shifts. Then he told the woman that she do it no more. Could you imagine the woman may be the best person in life? So that's why. So I saw some of those things. I still bring it here.
The thing is that, like I said earlier, the point is our people should be, this is why most, especially the Igbo people, are having problem all over the world. And if you watch what is happening today in the world in general, Igbos are having the most arrested people or whatever in the world today is Igbos. Is our Igbo people, because of this mentality we have. Because we believe that we are lawbreakers. We believe that we are lawbreakers, and when we keep breaking those laws, we keep having problems, and we refuse to learn. And tomorrow, if you go to other country, tomorrow, even if the Nigeria is divided today, I still said it last time. Even if Nigeria is divided today, Igbo people will still be. Yes, we have all the money and everything, but still yet we will still be behind. We will still stay behind. In the sense that everybody believe he knows it all. Nobody wants to be corrected. I'm telling you, we will be even fight. We will fight even that the government house self. They will fight and kill themselves there.
Igbo people have governor, right? Have they keep people in governor house? The problem,
Look at
what
what
you
is
said.
happening. We have governors. Look at what is happening, and even in the government, in the state, in the government house.
Do you know Emma? Do you know this guy? The former, the one who opposed Uzodinma, Emeka. I respect Emeka so much.
Yes.
Do you know Emeka has the number? When they dethrone him, he has the number to protest. He has the number to do everything. What did he do? He told people it's all right. He left the office. Good luck, Jonathan. Even when I disagree with him for letting the Igbos told him to stay there, that nothing will happen. That's the only way I like him. Listen, he told them no.
He said the same Igbos that did not vote him in.
Wait, no. Igbos vote. No. Igbos overwhelmingly vote. That's why Buhari is not listening to Igbos. Igbos overwhelmingly vote Jonathan. No Igbo that didn't vote Jonathan. Igbos overwhelmingly vote Jonathan. So now, I tell you, if Igbos should, Igbo man, I don't know if you go your state, you see how Igbos build their house. Igbo man are very proud people. They are very proud people. If Igbos should have their country, believe me, maybe the next 5 years, they'll be fighting. There will be a fight. Who will be the governor? Where the state will be? After that, Igbo country will be one of the flashy country you like. Because even Igbo policeman would like to be, noticed. If you see Igbo guys that have money, you see all these rich guys, even the governors, when they are going, they try to go like one of the biggest king in the world. Igbo president will like the same respect they give to American president, that's the same respect they will give to him. He would like to speak. I'm telling you today, if you give Igbo Nigeria will be highest. If you see Nigeria president, if you give Igbo 210, if you see Nigeria president, we have respect for them. Because Igbo man too would like to communicate where the business is. That's what
how many Igbo ambassadors do we have in the world? What is the achievement in most of the countries where they are?
Ambassadors have no, ambassadors, those ones you're talking is appointee. Some of them, when they are there, they are entitled. Nigeria does not have tourism. People that come to Nigeria, maybe either they come to business or maybe expatriate. They don't have tourism. If you have tourism, then they can generate those things. Tourism generate money for countries. When I'm in Vietnam, every 6 months we go to Cambodia, extend visa. Like, we are almost like, when people start coming, they're almost like 300. Could you imagine about 300 people paying those money in your embassy? Do you know how much you're generating?
That was there because Vietnam is still blind. By the time Igbos invaded Vietnam and the crime rates became high, what happened? They stopped them. But they are still allowing, even in Vietnam up to now, French people can still easily go to Cambodia. I remember Francois, Francois, right? Francois and Dene. Francois, he went to Cambodia last time and came back. French guys, Ghanaian guys, they still go to Cambodia and come back, but Nigeria, zero. Blocked entirely.
Yeah, because of the government. Listen, your crime does not make difference. What makes difference is your government. If your government is structured properly, that's why when you have weak government, look at China driving Nigerian government anyhow. Diplomats. How many Ghana diplomats you see they have dragged that way? Because the government, once your government is weak, I'm telling you, if you arrest Australian ambassador that way, they will close here down. They will close yours down immediately. They will summon him immediately to come to the government office. Nigeria does not even summon. It takes them time to start asking China what is going on. So when the government is weak, everything becomes, if the government is strong, Australian citizens also commit crime. But because the government is strong, when those things happen, they treat it diplomatically. They can't just come out the way they come to Nigeria and start, no. And people will not be traveling the way we travel in Nigeria because the government is not okay. People in Nigeria are going outside to do rubbish things. But if the government is okay, the policy is there. Once that person commit crime, he will not have that kind of access to passport again. I'm telling you, that person will restructure himself. Now, Igbos can introduce a law when you commit this crime, your passport access will be restricted. Your name is already in the system. Nobody will let you in there. In Australia here, you have a crime, you cannot be governor. If you have a crime in Australia, you have some works that you cannot do. So everybody have to be careful, because we don't have those systems. then everybody do everything. That's what I'm telling you. If the government is not working, like now, Buhari went to Igbo land. They asked the guys to do whatever they like, and they didn't come out. It's okay. Then they will go outside the country. They will say, well, whatever I do, I don't care. I don't know if you have a baby. If you have a baby that whatever you do, his parents don't care. You tell him mommy is coming. You say, oh, forget the mommy. They don't care. They'll tell you, well, even though his mama comes here, the mama will not beat him. He will not do anything. So it doesn't make difference. That's something we're finding in Nigeria today. If the government, when you went to that state, people did not come out, you need to ask that governor, why? A country that I hand over to you, why can't you? So people are not listening to you. That told you that the governor is not working. Prince, like now, okay, let me say you are a businessman. You send goods to somebody in Nigeria. Maybe you went to pay that guy a visit. The guy packed all your goods in warehouse. Somebody came there and said, oh, I'm looking for Prince goods. The guy kept looking everywhere. He could not find anything. The person goes, second person came, third person came. What will you ask the person? You said the person, well, all to him. The person is not doing, even though he have already paid for that goods. You also ask him, why are you not selling my goods? What happened? Why are you not selling my goods? Then it's all to him say, God, why not say your goods be say your goods so they move market, or your goods they do this? That's the simple thing about human being. We have to come back. I don't like people abusing. You know me personally, I hate abuse. I hate abuse so much. But again, people also have their own express way. That's why I say do it reasonably. If you just say Prince, you are idiot, you are this, you are that, then that's when I say, hey, but this doesn't count. Or you just calling somebody small. No, it doesn't count to me. We can generalize people. When that guy said that thing, I probably included. You say mad people everywhere. I'm not sure if he's saying to me, but I pay less attention to him. Maybe at the end of the program, you can address people. While we communicate this, we can all express our view maturely. You make it, then the person himself will have his own conscience to blame.
Okay, it's fine for me. I don't have issues with it. The only thing is that what I'm trying to say, some people have already pointed out this the other time. There was this sister also. Is that Orosa or Ifosa? She also commented about that. There was a day when you opened the WhatsApp something. You saw how those ladies they were voicing out their anger based on what our people are. The comments most of these people are posting, which is very wrong. So, like we all said, it's not a crime. Everybody will not agree on one thing. Everybody will not agree on this. Not because I'm Biafra. Yes, I'm Biafra. I have no doubt.
Yeah, where you come from does not make difference.
Yes, exactly. So it doesn't mean that I must support what every other person, said or whatever. I have my own reasons. I have my own reasons. Just like the diplomat said, it's left for whoever that is concerned to say, okay, brother, why don't you reason it this way, or let's do it this way. Then at the end, we come to an agreement or a compromise, something like that.
But that's the problem we're having in Nigeria.
If people will just
in Nigeria, if you don't want to be Muslim, they will kill you. If you don't want it, that's something now, because they don't allow you to voice your mind. But people here in Australia, you have your right to do your whatever you want to voice. I can preach to you as a Christian. You tell me to shove it in my neck. It's your freedom. It's your space. I can't encroach you. When I encroach you, that's another thing. You can tell me, man, I don't give a damn. You get out of my face. I get out of your face. Simple. Again, know that social media, some people, they probably, sorry. Some people, they probably have hard day. They come down here and say, this is time to abuse the Obi. They come. Bro, sometimes when you see mad people, you give them their way. That's one thing I like myself. I think I've been to about, maybe let me say, I don't know how many countries I've been to, but I tell you, I meet good people, I meet mad people, I meet nice people, I meet most decent people. In fact, I remember when King Solomon was alive, I think me and him was one place there, and then somebody came and started, because they live for Haponyara, King Solomon, have to go this guy, first, leave this guy, let's listen to this guy first. He was telling me, all is this, born at this, born at that, I just let him be. At the end of the day, it's okay, now we'll see later. I say, no problem, we'll see. I go. He goes his way. You know, he's happy. I'm happy. Everybody go his way. Let him express his way. But if I say no, he probably be targeting me somewhere and say, well, this brother doesn't listen to me. Maybe one day he'll be staying somewhere, I will use bottle to smash his head. That's true. Okay, listen now. You know the politician, if you're a politician, you know you need the good people. You need the mad people, right? Because the good people will not go and carry placard and start running the street. Like somebody like me. It takes you millions to convince me to carry that placard. You know? So you need somebody. You need somebody.
Because I don't carry that. It's hard for me.
Yeah, you see? So you need mad people to be on the street, on the car, remove their head, flagging those things for you. Because me, Obi, I can't do that for you. I'll ask you what happened to you. You can't ask me to do that rubbish. So that's why, again, I tell people, if you are rich, you need also poor people. Because when rich man die, it's poor people that will dig that hole, not the rich man. Your fellow rich man will stay and be watching. So could you imagine when you are rich, you say, I don't want poor people around me. I don't want anybody around me. It happened in the Bible. You read the Bible very well. It happened there. When a man decided that all his men should be the title men, then during the time of wedding of his daughter, none of them show up. He gave them invitation, they didn't show up. They went their way. What did he do? He asked them to go to the street. And those people that he already rejected, he asked them to offer them to come so that they will come and have marriage. You see? It's something. So if I thought that he keep those people those days, he could have enjoyed. He will not be bothered. If those rich men didn't show up, these people will make it up. You know, Obi Kubana, you know, all the praise Obi Kubana is because of those people that came there to see if they can pick money. They can see if they can feel good. But the rich guys will come there and have their champagne and go home. You know? So we need everybody. But I don't want abuse. To be abusing people, I don't like it, seriously. Ebere Chuku, Madike, please. And you write very well. So when you write very well, tell me that you know what you are doing. So you can express your view positively. And we enjoy it. We are here just to interact with one another, enjoy the view. I may not agree with you, or I may agree with you. As Prince is here, I know he doesn't agree with Arsenal. Even Arsenal is one of the best teams in the world. He does not agree with Arsenal. I know he will argue that. But that does not mean that I will not talk to him. You know? So you see now we have two different people. Let me go to that your team. Let me go to Mayu. Do you know that Messi went to PSG? They asked Nima to submit number 10 to Messi. You know what Messi said? Messi said, no, leave Neymar. Now Neymar should have it. He doesn't want it. They should give him another jersey number. Is that not true? They leave that. But Ronaldo went to Manchester United. He demanded for number 7. Cavani have to surrender that jersey. In fact, Cavani was trying to make decision when Mayu went and applied to the FFL that jersey will be given to Ronaldo. So they don't care about Cavani.
The thing is, no. This thing, Ronaldo did not demand for it. The point is
that's a trademark. No, that just is a trademark.
Yes, it's a trademark. That's number one. Number two, there are rules in the UK. There are rules, and they have time frame for that. Let's assume the time frame is not yet is over already. There is no way Ronaldo will have it. But since they are still in the same time frame, and Mayu, they are the one who asked Cavani, telling him, okay, we will give back to you also your jersey number in your country. So he accepted it with all happiness. So, okay, what about Jones? What about Jones? Jones, they asked him to give jersey number 4 to Varane, but he refused. He said, no way. And nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Ronaldo, yeah, that's what I'm telling you now. So is it good? They forced Cavani because Ronaldo will not sign. Ronaldo is going to Manchester United if you don't give him that jersey. It's a trademark jersey.
They did not force him. Ronaldo wanted even to wear his first jersey, first jersey which he was using when he was in Portugal. He has
if
two
Ronaldo
options.
did not force him. Listen, if Ronaldo did not force Ronaldo will not. Cavani will not just surrender jersey. You can't just surrender your jersey as a player. You know. I remember when I used to play Academy Warrior. Then, if it's not my jersey number, it's not my jersey number. I don't like it. If I don't wear 14 or 12, I don't like it. I don't forget about it.
Yeah, but this number
is very important.
This issue, he already He already know, but it's just that one. This is a mutual agreement between him between the Cavani and the Man U, the board. So
not
they
mutual
agree.
agreement. It's pressure, bro.
They
It's
agree.
pressure.
No, but there must be a secret. There's something we don't know. Probably they have given him something also which we don't know. Okay, only that jersey alone. That jersey alone has generated how much? That jersey has covered up even his sign-on fee. His sign-on
We are
fee.
just talking. What do you want to say to me? So yeah, but I told you, okay, I told you, my you, they forced Cavani. They forced Cavani because Cavani, you could tell me that all this while he's there, he could have given that jersey as number 7 off, but he didn't do that. So that's why I hate my you.
Cavani merited Cavani during his period there, throughout his time, he's playing well with that.
I've just given you my WhatsApp number.
If this guy left, what do you call it? Sanchez left, so they brought Cavani. So he worth it. That's why they give it to him. And that time also, someone was using his national team number. So, but now that the national team number is vacant, he has to switch.
Prince, you told me before you are not biased, but now I find out that you are biased when it comes. No,
I'm not biased.
Now I find out you are biased on the game.
No,
because it's not true.
I'm not biased.
Go and read my you statement about that JC. They actually went and apply. They actually went and apply before Cavani. Before Cavani dropped, they actually went and applied to their FA
they applied to FA because there are rules. And that's what I'm telling you.
Before they ask Cavani to drop the jersey.
They have time frame. If they didn't meet up to the time frame, they won't give the jersey.
Wait, Cavani, if I'm Cavani, if I thought not his age, I could have left that club. He's just a good guy. Do you know what it is? Just like if you are somebody asking you just to surrender your rights, and that person take it. It means that person is better than you.
Okay, now let me.
Why will you ask him?
No. If he wants to leave, you know that he will terminate his contract, and the money man is paying him, maybe another team cannot pay.
You cannot terminate your contract like that. If you terminate your contract, you pay for it. It's not anyhow.
So that's it. Because you are the one who said if you are him, you will leave the club. So
yeah, that's what I'm telling you. What they did to the guy,
you terminate your contract by yourself.
Yeah. What they did to the guy is not good. Just like what they did to Agalo, it's not good. We should be honest with these things. You know, my is a rubbish club.
For Igalo, I have no problem because one, Igalo was playing well, okay, but I am not the coach. Everyone, me personally, I want Igalo to continue. I want him to play because I love him and he's playing good. So, but the coach has his own view. You understand? So you cannot. I cannot choose the lineup for the coach. Look at the other coach. Look at the other coaches in Leicester before. They don't play Kelechi, but this man came in and he's playing him. So every coach has his own.
This guy, the guy was doing a good job for him. Let's not to combat him. Regalo, what they did to him.
Well. But even the coach didn't like him.
Even the charity cup, they could have given him chance to play. They refused to give him chance to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the coach don't like him.
It is something that every person that goes to Mayu, you know, I just like say, oh man, you guys are really blind. When you want to talk about club in England, talk about Arsenal. Arsenal? No. You talk about Arsenal. You talk about Liverpool.
Okay.
You know what? Talk about Arsenal. You talk about Liverpool. Then you talk about Chelsea.
How many Nigeria is in Liverpool?
Not Nigeria. We have Africans in Liverpool.
Okay.
You have Africans great in
but
Liverpool.
There's something you need to understand. Everything has time.
How many Nigerians have
before Fortune was playing well in Man U? Jemba played well in Man U. Remember all those guys? They played very well in Man U.
Have you read Evra? Read Evra menu. It tells you what happened to him.
He played very well also in Man U. He played very well also in Man U.
Listen.
The other guy also played.
Evra is one of the great players Mayu ever present, but they don't give him that respect. Even though when he's there now, they don't give him much respect he deserves, you know? If Evra is a kind of like a white guy, he will get a lot of like Beckham there. like Rooney, then you speak. Listen.
So how many they give to? How many Arsenal gave to the Etame? Did he not play in Arsenal? Where is he today? Did they give him anything? Kanuman was supposed to be a legend in Arsenal today, but they don't even look at. They are giving all of the other ones. They are giving them jobs and everything. But
Kanuman present himself as somebody
now,
getting a job.
What about Thierry Henry? Thierry Henry is a coach. They left him and signed Arteta.
No, Thierry Henry is a coach. He's coaching Leicester.
They left him and signed Arteta.
Yeah, you know, yeah, they need a taker. Then maybe now they want to go on Campbell. You know, so it's no matter those things. So when you talk about team in this world, you go up to Arsenal. I'm just telling this, guys. If you're coming here now, we just me and Prince just talking about football because I just wanted to get Prince on his bias-minded area.
That's the biggest mistake to sign in Arsenal. If you sign in Arsenal before it's Arsenal now, no more. Arsenal is going to relegation.
Hey, I was talking to somebody today. He told me he put huge money for Arsenal to make top 4.
He did what?
He put huge money for Arsenal to make top 4.
That will only happen if they sign Conte. If they remove Arteta and sign Conte, that there is sure and certain that they will make top 4. But if it is Arteta, 0, they will go relegation.
Even if they sign Conte, Arsenal, people like Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool, those people will not give Arsenal breathing space to do that,
Even anyway, Tottenham, they're not even Tottenham.
No, Tottenham. Tottenham is not making anything. Say people 3 contenders, say Liverpool, Man U, Chelsea, then Leicester people, Man City. Okay, see these 4 people and Leicester. These 5 people, Arsenal will not get breathed there. Arsenal will only pray. But to be honest with you,
but if Arsenal should sign Conte, you will see a very big, because that man is a magician.
Conte cannot make it in Arsenal.
No.
Conte does not play. You see, person that can make it very well in Arsenal, person that will make it very well in Arsenal is somebody like Manchester City coach, because Arsenal structure is already his structure. He only needs you see, what he did to Man City does not have that structure. He's the one that built it. But Arsenal already has the structure. It's just for somebody to start to tack it in again. Before Arsenal will play the game.
But not with the players. You see, what he did in Manchester City this is money. When you release the money, you buy the
Prince,
right.
I'm just talking to you to waste time. Prince.
No, because
I'm talking to you now. I'm waiting for 12 o'clock. Because
I want to go because Man U will soon start.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you now. I was talking to you. I'm waiting for 12 o'clock. So 5 minutes to 12 will cut off, okay? So that's why I'm just talking to you, because I know if I stop this program now, I'm going to sleep. So
but the thing is that what do you call that? Man City, they spend a lot. They spend money, honestly. And if you watch Guardiola, he buy top players. So if ever he join Arsenal with the players Arsenal have, I don't think he can even he will carry the league. No way. So he have to recruit again. He needs to recruit because he has his own players. There is a way he chooses his own players, and those guys deliver to him. So somebody like Zidane will do well in Arsenal with the kind of players Arsenal have.
The only Africa in the top position.
Yeah.
The other people claiming.
If they have Zidane will do well.
This guy don't call. What? You call to shout. Hello. Yeah, how are you? The person call and block again.
Maybe his network is bad.
I think he's calling from Saudi Arabia. I'll let him call. If you are in Qatar, please call from Qatar. I want to go to Qatar and see if I can go there and see the World Cup, please. I want to go Qatar. I actually want to go Europe. I want to go Europe. I want to go to Holland. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are giving Nigerians visa now. But with your, it's easy for you to get Holland visa.
Yeah, I can get every visa, bro. I can get every visa. It doesn't worry me. Oh, the guy is calling again. Okay, let's see. Hello? Hello? What is that? Hello?
Wow. Crystal Palace beat Tottenham 3-0.
Chineke? Really?
3-0.
Oh man, Tottenham. Crystal Palace.
Unbelievable.
Vieira will be very happy. That's one of his
Yeah,
big wins.
exactly. This is his first win.
Yeah. And big one too. Very soon, the game will start. This guy is having problem here. This is not connecting. So we're actually trying to round up. So we're just kind of like buying time, man. This is not connecting. It's not connecting. I don't know. This Arabian world, sometimes their network find it very hard to connect. Anyway, you enjoy. I hope this is not connecting. Maybe next week when we come online next week, you can call us. Tonight we finish up with Prince and we're going home. Let me try. I can call you now. Let's see if it goes. It's not even ringing. Okay, I see. Stop. I will call you right back. Okay, cool. And we are just going off. We want to go and watch game. Prince wanted to go and watch game, and it's all right. We just spend almost 2 hours today. 2 hours, and normally we spend 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. But we just spent today because we just like talk craps. So, guys, if you are watching us now, we can say thank you very much for being with us. We have fun today. And Prince, next year we'll be organizing something in Philippines. Okay, next year.
Sure, no problem.
Next year we'll organize program in Philippines next year.
You're always welcome, no problem.
We have
like I told you last time, I will also still contact the chairman
IPOB
of the
people.
IPOB. I will contact him.
You told me IPOB people abuse me. Do you want to bring?
I know, because he's your man. We have already sent him before, so I will still contact him. Give him maybe like 1 week information ahead, so that he will be online. And
don't worry, our other page will open soon. When our other page open, then that will be fine. This one,
okay.
Like the other one, I still have problem going on. I've write the letter they asked me to write. Oh man,
Okay,
false news record that I have made them go broke. So anyway, guys, you're watching us. I just say thank you very much for watching us tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful night. I'm here again with Coach Prince, and I just say thank you for tonight's program. And wherever you're watching from, take good care.
Okay.
Take good care and enjoy. So, Prince, you want to say the last word?
Anyway, I want to say big thanks to everyone, and
together with Ebere Chukwu.
All the fans and everyone. So we are happy to learn from each other, and we'll keep learning. We are all Nigerians. We are all brothers and sisters, irrespective of our religion or our nationality or whatever. And my brother Ebere Chukwu, you are my brother. I'm from Imo State also. So we are the same people. You understand? So we don't have problem. It's just that in government.
Oh, please 1 minute, guys. If you are the one calling me from Arab world, somebody say you should on your VPN. Maybe that by on your VPN you can get me through. If you are calling from that Arab world, I think that makes it easier. So please continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so we are all the same people, you know.
Hello?
So we all are.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, my name is Abbas Netos. I'm calling from the United Arab Emirates.
Okay, Abbas. Yeah, what do you want to say? We are almost going home. So what do you want to say? We got 2 minutes, so we go. Okay.
Okay, please. What's I going to have this live broadcast that I can get?
Okay. Oh, sorry. I always have it on Saturdays. Saturdays 9:15 Australian time. So yeah, Melbourne particular. Yeah, Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, because Sydney have different time with us. So thank you. I'll see you maybe Saturday. Okay. Thanks. Okay, friends, continue. Yeah.
Okay. So that is just that. I want to say a happy weekend to everyone. We love you guys. We love everyone. All we are just saying is that anything we can do to make our country better, to make our people better, is all welcome. And sometimes we disagree to agree, you know. So nobody supports crime. Nobody supports what do you call that? Corruption or maltreatment, especially what our people are passing through back home. So we all want our people to be happy.
Okay, when you are Biafra, we know you are Biafra because
but I'm not in Nigeria. Yeah. So
okay,
we want our people to be happy. We want all Biafrans to be happy. We want everybody to be happy. So all we need, just like I always say, all we need is prayers and unity, oneness, and love. And
what
love.
VPN?
Then
Everybody, tell me what is VPN? I don't know.
everything will be fine. So like I said last time, we need to start back. We need to start from home. Charity begins at home. We start from our home. We try to put things in order in our local government, in our what do you call that, in our states and everything. Then at the end, we all will be happy and we will smile. So, like I said, majority carries the vote. What the people want is what all of us want. The voice of the people is the voice of God. So when the people said, okay, we want freedom, yes, God also wishes us freedom, but we have to do it on the right way. There are right process, so we follow the right process, and at the end, we will achieve our end. So I just want to say thank you all once again. I appreciate you guys. I celebrate you guys. With God, all things are possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Prince. And just want to say thank you to everyone who have joined us tonight. And we're calling it off. As you know, we're going to watch Mayu game and make sure that Mayu lose. And
this prayers me too.
Anyway, guys, so thank you guys and thank you for watching, and hope you have a wonderful time. Like I say, no hard feeling. Yeah, it's good when we express your view, you take our insight on it, because if you insult people, we don't understand what you're communicating anyway. It's better you say it the way you want to say it, and we can't disagree to agree like they said. And that makes sense, because when you insult people, I get confused when you're insulting. I don't know what you're communicating, you know? So you make it easy for everybody to do that. While we talk about that again, we talk about our people, you know, wherever you are, you be a good citizen, do the right things. You know? I posted a video by phone, which is coming soon. You know, I asked people, do you know why your visa is not being approved? Some people say when you clap a tree, don't break the tree. You know, when I came, there's a country like personals, when I entered Vietnam new, people were able to enter the country because we try to behave. Even when there's no money, we try to behave decently. Then they allow Nigerians to enter. But when those people enter and start behaving arrogantly, stealing, doing wrong thing, the country will close for their brothers and sisters not to come in again. You know, people, they become because of their evil. But if you say that they behave well, then those things will not happen. So we'll all be good citizens. Concerning our governors, our people need to be well. I strongly support that the country should be out. To me, like if you hear me say here, even though I disagree or I know he has his own freedom to speak. He has his own freedom to speak. That's my own thing. Let him speak. If you think that then you both of you can dialogue the whole thing, that's my own piece of. So then in terms of Biafra or not Biafra, I know everybody have to, have his own opinion, because when the vote come today, people will say what they want. Either want Biafra or they don't want Biafra. We shouldn't be abusing people on that, okay? So anyway, see you once again. See you next week, and I hope everybody have a wonderful weekend and enjoy. If you can, anytime you watch this video, if you want to share, you share. If you can, thank you very much. But join me next week, Saturdays, Australian time, mainly 9:15 p.m. Like I always say 9 p.m. before I get myself ready and do everything to be almost 9:15 p.m. Thank you and stay safe. No Obi, the future you. See you, Prince. Bye, bro.